Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sunday Sunshine Show. Today is Friday, so I've just finished work. I finished work at 1:15. I think it's about 2:30 now. And it's just started thundering. It's absolutely tipping down with rain outside and it's just started thundering. So apologies if you're any large thunderclaps. But yeah, it's a miserable Friday. It really is, and doesn't look as though the weekend's going to be any better, unfortunately. The weather in the UK is absolutely atrocious this year. We haven't had a summer. I think we've had 2 nice days and that's it. We've been lucky, so we went to Greece for the weeks. We had a week of sun and that was lovely. It just makes you feel better, doesn't it? But what's happening here, I really don't know. It is awful and it's been cold. I've been putting jumpers on in the evening when I come home and putting the throw of my legs in that because it's been cold. So yeah, come on summer. It's the 21st next week, isn't it? So that's, the nights start drawing in, don't they? I just can't believe it. I've never known a summer like it. So fingers crossed to a late summer. Otherwise, it's, what's the point? Oh, did you hear that thunder then? Oh, it's horrible. I hate thunder, I must admit. I'm not petrified as in petrified, but I don't like it because of the damage it can do. So yeah, you might hear some thunderclaps. So, and it's very dark and dingy in here as well. Put the light on, so hopefully the lighting's okay for you. Anyway, this week's topic, as you know, if you watch the Sunday Sunshine Show, we have a different topic every week, is Instagram, and the rain's getting harder. So we're in a park home, and when it rains, you can hear it quite loud on the roof, because we're just like one story. So hopefully you can hear me okay. So yes, this week's topic, because we do a different topic every week, is to talk about Instagram and talk about some of the pictures we've got on there and things that have happened in our lives. I am not a big user of Instagram. I use it to chat to the other 3 housewives. We use that for our communication. And when they said, I thought, I don't really use Instagram, and what am I going to talk about? I haven't got any pictures. But when I look back, I have got some pictures on there from some time ago, obviously when I joined Instagram. And so I'm just going to talk about those. So the first one I found on there was my dog Bruno. We used to have a boxer and he was our 4th child. We always said he was our 4th child because he was like a child. He was a lovely dog. He was a birthday present for my husband on his 50th birthday. So when he, we were talking as a family for years about getting a dog, and Mick said, no, we don't want a dog, whatever. Anyway, he finally came round to the idea, and he said the only dog I'd have is a boxer. So we said, fair enough, we're happy with any sort of dog, and we like boxers. So for his 50th birthday, me and my younger daughter and her friend went to look at some puppies. We looked at several puppies, or boxer dog puppies, and to start with, none of them really didn't have that, oh, I want you sort of thing. And it has to be the right dog, doesn't it? So anyway, we went this particular day to, it's just outside Bristol, I think it's a place called Radstock, and it was a proper breeder, and we went to see these puppies, and oh, I fell in love with them all. They were gorgeous. The mum and dad were there, you could see the mum and dad, and they had this little red one. He's ready to go, and I think there was about 8 in the litter, and his name, we called him Bruno. So we took him home, and Mick came home from work, and we said, oh, happy birthday. And we said to him that we were going to get his present. He was having this puppy, and he said, right, as long as it's a boxer, and I don't want a white one. Any other colour, but not white. So we came home from work, and we said, oh, happy birthday, you got your present. And we said, the only thing is the white one. He said, oh, I don't want a white, I told you I don't want a white one. Anyway, as soon as he saw Bruno, he was a red. And oh, he just fell in love with him like we did, and picked him up, and from that day forward he was loved. You could not love a dog anymore. As I say, he was sport rotten. He was treated more as a child than a dog. He'd sit on the sofa, he ended up laying on the bottom of our bed, and he just brought us so much joy. And he lived to the grand age of 12. My son loved him also. All the family loved him, and my son and his wife got a boxer dog when Bruno was 6. And they got a brindle. It was like a black brindle actually, and they called him Diesel. and they were the best buddies. I'm sure my Bruno thought that Diesel was his puppy, his boy, because they got on so well together, and to say the joy they brought us, well, the memories are still there, and I can still shed a tear because he's not around anymore, bless him. And yeah, and my son's lost Diesel as well. He lost Diesel when he was 12, so we were both lucky they lived to a good age, because they say anything over 8 is a bonus. So I have inserted a couple of pictures. I've not really I take a lot of holiday pictures and things now, more so. But years ago, I never used to take many pictures, or I'd take some on my phone, change my phone, and lose the ones I'd taken. So yeah, so there's a couple of pictures I've inserted for you to see there. The next picture I come across was Lord of the Dance Dangerous Games. I went to London, I think it was with my older daughter, my son, his wife and her parents, and to see Michael Flatley in Lord of the Dance Dangerous Games. And the performance we saw, it had Nadine Coyle for Girls Aloud singing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I absolutely love Irish dancing. My daughter-in-law teaches Irish dancing. She's got her own dance class, and my granddaughter does it. But it was thoroughly amazing. I really enjoyed it. I can just picture it now. I come home and I said to me, it's a shame you didn't come. We went on the train. I said it was out of this world. It was so, so good. I can remember the dance and the music. Absolutely loved it. The funny thing was, my son and his wife and her parents booked their tickets a long time before us. So when we decided to go, I'm sure it was just me and Emma. Yeah, I think it was just me and Emma. There wasn't many tickets left, so the only ticket we could get was as high as you can go. It was at the London Palladium, and it was as high as you could go. We had to go in the lift to get to the top floor. Anyway, we came out of the list, went to go into sort of, our tier, and I'm no good with heights, and it was so high. I had to hold Emma's hand to go down the stairs, and in the end, we were on the front row of this tier, and you had all the lighting in front of you. I had to crawl along on my hands and knees to get to my seat. And then I sat there holding on the bar at the front and holding the back of my seat, trying to watch, till I settled down and could put 2 hands on the bar and enjoy the performance. I'm useless, and it was so high. I'm useless with heights. I think it was about 7 or 8 tiers high, if I remember rightly. And so you had all the bright lights underneath shining down. It shows how high we were in the roof, But I can remember my daughter was laughing at me, crawling on the floor to get to my seat because I couldn't stand up. I just could not stand up. The height, that was just too much for me. Are any of you like that? Was it just me? But yeah, and to go to the toilet, it was the same. I had to crawl back up the steps and out of there and crawl back in. So yeah, it was a right weird day, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. What was the next picture, memory on there, because it is memories, isn't it? Was when it was my husband's 60th birthday. I did a surprise for him. He didn't know till the day, and I booked the Pullman dine-in cart. It was coming into Swindon. It's very rare it ever comes into Swindon where we live, and it was going to Scarborough. So I booked it. I booked the whole deal. So we got wine and dine the whole way to Scarborough and the whole way back. And it was amazing. He thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I've got my teddy bear as a memory thing as well. But yeah, the food was amazing, and it was just something different. And I wanted to do something different for his 60th birthday. This was. So yeah, there's a couple of pictures of us on the train there. And then what else did we see? Another picture. Leo, my first grandson. There's a picture of him when he was, day he was born or day after. That was a lovely memory. And there's also a picture with him sat on my dad's bench. My dad, bless him, he used to work at the crematorium, and when he died, they did a memorial bench for him outside of the crematorium. So on his birthday, my dad, Leo was born in the August 2014, and my dad died shortly after, a couple of months after, and they put a memorial bench outside the crematorium. it had his name on, and two other gentlemen that used to work at the crematorium. They were all called Gordon, so it's 3 Gordons, and it's still there now, it's lovely. And so I think it was really fitting because it's got the seat outside, because my dad was a people person, and the seat's right outside the crematorium, and you can see everybody coming in and going out, and because he loved people. He was a bearer, and before that he used to do the cremations at the back, but when he sort of semi-retired, he carried on with the bearing. And the bench is still there now. We go and visit it, and that, it's lovely. So there's a picture of Leo sat on the bench outside the crematorium, and Leo was only, less than a year old, about 6 months, I suppose, about 6 months old. So that's Leo sat on the bench. The next picture, so I say they're not random, sort of my other children probably look at this and say, well, where are we? Where's our special memories? But I didn't put many pictures on Instagram then, and I'm still not that familiar with it now. So there's a picture of my daughter's 40th birthday, my older daughter Emma. I don't think many of you probably seen Emma. She doesn't come on my channel very often, and it was her 40th birthday. The biggest treat she had for her 40th birthday was coming to Greece with us all. The year we were all going, us, Becky, and my son, his wife and children, she said, oh, we'd love to come, but we can't, it's a bit much for us this year, we'll come next year. And it was her 40th birthday, and it was the first time we were all going to go as a family for a long time, because we had the dogs. When we had the dogs and that, we used to look after each other's dogs, so we never used to go as a whole family. And so when they passed on, we could all go to Greece, together, and this was going to be the first time as us all going. So I said to my husband, it was a shame Emma and TJ and the kids can't come, isn't it? We'd have had the whole family out there. And he said, yeah. So we had a discussion with the rest of the family and said, look, would you mind if we, contributed towards them coming, so we can all be together? And Becky and Matthew were completely okay with that. They were glad to have them out there as well, because we said, we don't know when it may happen again, you never know, do you? It'd be nice to have that memory. So they were happy. So yeah, so that was her birthday present. We gave her a card, and when she opened the card, it says, pack your bags, you'll come into Greece with us. And because she was a bit upset and disappointed that they weren't able to come, and so she came. So that was a big present. And I'd have treated everybody if we could have done, but unfortunately we couldn't afford to treat everybody. But they were happy for them to come. So that was her birthday present. But we also had went to the local pub and got a cake and that. So there's a picture of her at the pub with the cake and that for her 40th birthday. My son keeps making me laugh, saying, well, it's my 40th birthday next year, Mum. I'm really looking forward to it. What am I going to get for mine? Joking, hopefully. Okay, so what have I wrote down here? There's one of us in Greece. I think that was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. I'll have to look at the date on the photo. I'll insert the photo for you to see anyway. And then a cat came and sat on the little wall next to our table when we were having dinner. We were in Berikes, and the little cat came and sat on the wall. Didn't touch our plates, but as we were having dinner, and I thought that was a nice picture. The next picture I've got was a film night. Last year, where my daughter Becky lives, they've got some nice lakes now over there, and it's quite a newish estate. And for some reason, I don't know if it's the developers or whatever, they had some money and they wanted to spend it on the residents. And so they set up a film night. So in the big open air field, they set up a cinema night. So it was a massive screen, everybody come along with their deck chairs and their picnics and things. It was in an evening, I think it was a Friday or Saturday evening, and it was a lovely evening, and we sat there watching Maverick. So it was Top Gun Maverick, and it was an experience, enjoyable experience. I really enjoyed it, and everybody sat there quiet watching it in their little groups on the grass. We had our chairs and things, and so we had our own food and drink, and there was a couple of vans there selling drink and hot dogs and things like that, but everybody, even the kids, sat there quietly laying around on the grass watching it, or they went off in the background sort of because there's a massive field playing. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. So there's a picture of our cinema night. I think that's everything. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, that's the pictures I wrote down, because I said there wasn't many on my Instagram. So I hope you enjoyed me whittering on here and seeing some of my family pictures. Yeah, so that's it. That's today's Sunday Sunshine Show. We tried to keep them sort of not too long, so it's not too, you know, you can watch all 4 of us in an hour. As I say, we all put our own spin on it, all do something different. And so go along, look at the other ladies' channels. You've got Tina from Tina Talk Time, Karen the Geordie Grandma, and Marie Busy Bee Marie. So say we call ourselves Transatlantic Housewives of YouTube because Marie lives in Las Vegas. And we've been friends for a long time now, and we bring you the Sunday Sunshine Show with a different topic every Sunday at 7:30 UK time. So thank you very much for watching. Go and watch the other ladies' channels. I will put their channels in the description box for you below. And I'll see you all next week. Take care, everyone. And I don't think we had any thunder, did we? I think the thunder's disappeared. Bye.